Hi, it's Carlos from StrumSchool, and I'm going to show you Fade to Black by Metallica. So that's the intro. It's going to go around, so we're going to break that down for you today. I want you to take a look at this. Maybe you can get a screenshot of the tablature, and I'm breaking it down by measure. So we're going to cover the first measure, the second measure, the third measure, and the fourth measure. And I want you to notice that the first measure and the third measure are identical. Okay, so let's start with that first measure. I want you to take your first finger and push down the second fret of the A string. And I just want to make sure you guys know all the string names because I'm going to use them a lot. So I always just remember it by Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So E, A, D, G, B, E. We're clear on that, and you know what I'm talking about. So your first finger is going to go on the second fret of the A string, and your third finger is going to go on the fourth fret of the D string. And I want you to have really pointy fingers for this one because they need to stay out of the way so everything can continue ringing. So this shape that I have here on my left hand is what I call a power chord shape. So again, second fret A string, fourth fret D string, and you're going to strum one at a time. A string, D string, G string. So it's going to go, and once you do that, you just kind of come back up. So it's A, D, G, D, A, D. So I'm going to do that really slow. And the last two notes, you take your pinky and you put it on the A string fifth fret. And it goes 5, 4. So take a look at the tablature one more time. Maybe get a screenshot of that. G is open, so I'll play that one more time. The hard part there is just getting your fingers pointy and making sure everything keeps ringing. Great. So the next measure is, I think, pretty simple. It's kind of like the first measure, but all you got to do is lift your first finger off. You leave your third finger on the fourth fret of the D string. I'll let you take a look at that. It's measure number 2. You can see that okay? So here's the second measure. It's the same pattern on the right hand. A, D, G, D, A, D, A, D. So I'll take it from the very top, first measure, second measure. Third measure, same as the first. And the fourth measure is the hardest one. So I'm going to let you take a look at that again. It's that very last measure. It says 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 0, 2. The tricky part here is see how there's 2 2s next to each other? That's because you got to hold those down with one finger. So that fourth fret is going to be pushed down with your third finger of the A string. That's third finger, fourth fret of your A string. Then you take your first finger and you're going to push down the second fret of the D and G string. So you got to bar it. It's 2 notes at once. So those main 3 notes are 4, 2, 2. That's on the A string, the D string, and the G string. So you're going to go, which is just A, D, G, D, and then A string, D string, and then you just lift your third finger off and you play the second fret again there. So take a look at the tablature one more time. Maybe you can get a screenshot. And here's the whole thing. You can see that. Great. So, fourth measure. Third finger holds down the fourth fret of the A string. Your first finger bars down the second fret of the D string and the G string. And you just come straight down with your pick. A string, D string, G string, D string, A string, D string, lift your third off, open A, and D string. So I'm going to play it from the very beginning, first measure. Second measure is identical, but you just lift your first finger up And now all you have is your third finger on the 4th fret of your D string. And it's same pattern with your right hand. And pinky on the last 2 notes. Pinky on the A string. Third measure, same as the first. And the very last measure is that shape. 4th fret, 3rd finger on the A string. 2nd fret of the D string and G string is going to sound like this. Do it again. Hope that helps. Practice, look at the tablature, watch the video a few times, and feel free to contact me on StrumSchool under Carlos Desoto. See you next time.